Britain and France have officially agreed to work with Ukraine to bring an end to the ongoing conflict with Russia, a war that has now stretched into its third year and continues to reshape the global order. This bold commitment from two of Europe's most influential nations comes at a time when Western powers and international organizations are re-examining their roles in a conflict that has significant implications for the balance of power across continents. In an era where diplomacy often meets military might, this new approach marks a decisive step toward a more united European front. If you appreciate these deep dives into global affairs, please like, comment, and subscribe for the latest updates. Over the past few months, the geopolitical landscape surrounding Ukraine has undergone a profound transformation. Traditional alliances and long-held strategies are being rethought as key players reposition themselves in response to evolving challenges on the battlefield and in diplomatic circles. Not long ago, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was seen engaging in high-stakes discussions with former U.S. President Donald Trump. Originally, this meeting was designed to secure a deal that would grant the United States exclusive access to Ukraine's valuable rare earth minerals, a resource critical to modern technology and defense. However, as the discussion unfolded, the focus rapidly shifted from a transactional resource deal to broader security concerns, exposing the fractures in the support Ukraine expected from its traditional ally in Washington. The fallout from these talks left Ukraine without the clear backing it desperately sought, prompting Zelensky to pivot his diplomatic strategy. With Washington's ambiguity casting a shadow over his administration's plans, Zelensky redirected his efforts toward Europe, where the response from nations like Britain and France was both immediate and enthusiastic. This shift not only reflects a growing confidence among European leaders, but also highlights the urgent need for a united approach against ongoing Russian aggression. If you're finding this analysis thought-provoking, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with every twist in this unfolding saga. Following the ambiguous outcome in Washington, Zelensky's diplomatic tour led him straight to the United Kingdom, a nation that has long been recognized for its steadfast support of Ukraine. Upon his arrival, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer personally welcomed him at the historic Lancaster House, a 200-year-old mansion near Buckingham Palace that has become a symbolic venue for pivotal diplomatic negotiations. The grandeur of Lancaster House was not just a backdrop. It served as a visual reminder of the rich history and enduring strength of the British state, now poised to play a critical role in shaping the future of Eastern European security. In London, Zelensky met with an assembly of European leaders from a diverse range of nations, including Germany, Denmark, Italy, the Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Spain, Canada, Finland, Sweden, the Czech Republic, and Romania. This gathering was more than just a meeting. It was a powerful display of solidarity and a reaffirmation of Europe's commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty and long-term security. The discussions in London went far beyond ceremonial greetings. They were filled with robust debates about forming a strategic, lasting peace agreement that would put an end to hostilities and prevent future escalations. If these international developments captivate you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more detailed geopolitical insights. At Lancaster House, the leaders dug deep into the mechanics of what a sustainable peace might look like. Prime Minister Starmer was particularly vocal about the necessity of a comprehensive approach. He argued that a ceasefire, if implemented, must come with ironclad security guarantees to prevent Russia from reigniting the conflict. History has shown that temporary lulls in hostilities can be dangerously deceptive, often leading to a resurgence of violence once momentum wanes. To counter this risk, Starmer laid out a vision where Ukraine would not only be well-armed but would also benefit from an integrated European security network that included both military and diplomatic support. This strategy involved not just the allocation of resources, but also the creation of new mechanisms for international oversight, a move that would require unprecedented cooperation among Western allies. The summit in London also saw extensive discussions on financial support for Ukraine. The United Kingdom, for example, recently announced a $2.8 billion aid package aimed at strengthening Ukraine's defense capabilities. This substantial investment is designed to cover a range of needs, from procurement of long-range weaponry to the modernization of Ukraine's military infrastructure. Germany, not to be outdone, stunned the international community by pledging an additional €3 billion in aid. German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock did not mince words, urging European nations to step up their contributions to ensure that Ukraine remains in a position of strength during negotiations. These financial commitments are not isolated gestures. They are integral parts of a broader strategy to tip the balance in Ukraine's favor and to keep the conflict from dragging on indefinitely. If you're enjoying this comprehensive breakdown, please like, comment, and subscribe to join our community of informed viewers. Meanwhile, the mixed signals emanating from the United States have only intensified the urgency among European leaders. While Washington has maintained a cautious and somewhat ambiguous stance, European officials are increasingly convinced that they must lead the charge in forging a durable peace agreement. French President Emmanuel Macron, a longtime proponent of a proactive European security policy, has been at the forefront of these discussions. Despite facing initial resistance to his earlier proposals, such as sending French troops to Ukraine, Macron's vision is gaining traction in the current climate of uncertainty. The French leadership now argues that Europe's direct involvement could provide the necessary leverage to negotiate a ceasefire that not only stops the bloodshed, but also establishes a lasting peace framework. This recalibration strategy is not without its challenges. Washington's reticence and internal divisions have left European nations in a position where they must reconsider their own military and diplomatic doctrines. The debate now centers on whether a unified European coalition could effectively manage the complexities of the conflict without relying on the United States to lead. Many analysts suggest that a strong, independent European initiative might be the only viable path forward if Washington continues to adopt a wait-and-see approach. In this context, the question of European self-reliance has taken on new urgency, a topic that is certain to shape the global security landscape for years to come. Adding an unexpected twist to the narrative, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan has introduced another dynamic into the mix. After a series of high-level discussions with both Zelensky and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, Erdoğan proposed the deployment of Turkish peacekeeping forces to Ukraine. This proposal is particularly noteworthy because it underscores Turkey's commitment to upholding Ukraine's territorial integrity, including the controversial issue of Crimea's future. Erdoğan's bold move represents a significant departure from Turkey's traditionally cautious stance in European security matters and could mark the beginning of a more active Turkish role in the region. This development has been met with both surprise and cautious optimism among European allies, who see it as an opportunity to ease the logistical burdens of their own proposals. If Turkey's role in this emerging coalition intrigues you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest updates. On the military front, the UK's long-term involvement in Ukraine continues to evolve. British military advisors, who have been embedded with Ukrainian forces since 2014, are now reportedly involved in developing state-of-the-art drone technology that has proven to be highly effective in striking Russian targets. These drones represent not only a tactical advantage, but also a symbolic commitment to modernizing Ukraine's defense capabilities. At the same time, Germany is reinforcing its status as a global leader in defense innovation. German-made Leopard 2 tanks and advanced artillery systems have become key components of Ukraine's military strategy, offering superior protection and enhanced mobility on the battlefield. The success of these systems is a testament to the high standards of German engineering and its ability to adapt to the rapidly changing demands of modern warfare. The military cooperation between these nations is intertwined with a broader economic strategy. The European Union, for its part, has just implemented its 16th round of sanctions against Russia. These sanctions are designed to choke off Moscow's access to critical international funds and undermine its ability to finance the war. By targeting key sectors of the Russian economy, European leaders hope to force a recalibration of Russia's aggressive policies. The economic pressure, when combined with the infusion of military aid, creates a multifaceted approach that is designed to leave Russia with few viable options other than negotiating a lasting ceasefire. All these measures, diplomatic, military, and economic, are part of a complex web of strategies aimed at shifting the balance of power. Every meeting, every proposal, and every financial commitment is a deliberate effort to ensure that Ukraine remains resilient in the face of ongoing aggression. This evolving narrative is a clear indication that the conflict is not just about territorial disputes, but is fundamentally a struggle over international influence and the future of global security. The emerging consensus among European leaders is that any peace agreement must be comprehensive and permanent. They warn that a temporary ceasefire could allow Russia to regroup and rearm, ultimately leading to a resurgence of hostilities. The proposed approach calls for unwavering guarantees, including a continuous military presence on Ukrainian soil, robust economic sanctions, and a steadfast commitment to upholding Ukraine's sovereignty. By integrating advanced military technologies, such as British drones and German armored vehicles, into this framework, European nations aim to set a new standard for modern warfare that is both effective and sustainable. At the same time, international defense contractors and national military industries are playing an increasingly pivotal role. The rapid development and deployment of new weapon systems underscore the transformative impact of technology on warfare. The collaboration between government agencies and private defense firms is not only bolstering Ukraine's immediate defense capabilities, but is also shaping long-term strategic planning for the future of European security. This shift toward a technology-driven approach has the potential to redefine the very nature of modern conflict, making it imperative for all parties involved to adapt quickly to these new realities. The implications of these developments extend far beyond the immediate conflict. They touch on the broader themes of sovereignty, international law, and the redefinition of global alliances. The actions taken by Britain, France, Germany, and even Turkey are not isolated incidents. They are part of a larger strategic vision that seeks to realign power structures in a way that better reflects the challenges of the 21st century. This vision calls for a more integrated and resilient security architecture, one that can effectively counter not only traditional military threats, but also emerging challenges in the realms of cyber warfare, economic coercion, and political destabilization. While the United States continues to adopt a more measured approach, its cautious stance has inadvertently empowered European leaders to take more decisive actions. The debate over whether Europe should assume a more prominent role in the conflict has now reached a fever pitch. Some experts argue that a robust, independent European initiative could serve as a counterbalance to U.S. hesitancy, thereby ensuring that Ukraine receives the support it needs to secure a lasting peace. Others, however, caution that the absence of unequivocal U.S. backing could leave the coalition vulnerable to unforeseen challenges in the long run. This strategic crossroads is one of the most critical moments in contemporary international relations. The decisions made in the coming weeks and months will not only determine the outcome of the conflict in Ukraine, but will also have far-reaching implications for global stability. The interplay between military innovation, economic pressure, and diplomatic maneuvering creates a dynamic and unpredictable environment, one where every move is scrutinized and every decision carries enormous weight. If you believe these shifts will redefine global power, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth coverage. As the narrative unfolds, it becomes clear that Ukraine now finds itself at the center of a profound geopolitical realignment. With strong backing from European allies and bold initiatives from nations like Turkey, the country is poised to navigate one of the most challenging periods in its modern history. Each step taken by the international community, whether it's a new aid package, a technological breakthrough, or a strategic sanction, contributes to a broader effort aimed at not just ending the conflict, but also preventing future instability in the region. This extended journey through the complex web of diplomacy, military strategy, and economic sanctions highlights the interconnected nature of today's global challenges. The evolving dialogue between key players underscores the need for a unified approach that takes into account the multifaceted realities of modern conflict. From the corridors of Lancaster House to the negotiations in high-stakes summits, the global community is grappling with the hard truth that peace is not achieved through isolated actions, but through a sustained, collaborative effort. At its core, this ongoing saga is about more than just ending a war. It's about redefining the principles that underpin international relations in a rapidly changing world. The combined efforts of Britain, France, Germany, Turkey, and other European nations represent a collective determination to stand by Ukraine, to challenge aggression wherever it occurs, and to set a precedent for future diplomatic endeavors. It is a call to action for the international community to come together in defense of democratic values and global security. In the final analysis, the question remains, Will these concerted efforts lead to a permanent resolution, or will the conflict simply evolve into another protracted struggle? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear. The stakes have never been higher, and every decision made today will reverberate across the global stage for years to come. For those who are as invested in this unfolding story as we are, please like, comment, and subscribe to stay informed about every critical development. Thank you for joining us on this comprehensive exploration of one of the most significant geopolitical events of our time. As we continue to monitor the situation, our commitment to providing detailed, unbiased analysis remains unwavering. Stay tuned for future updates. And remember, by liking, commenting, and subscribing, you're not just supporting our channel. You're joining a community dedicated to understanding and shaping the future of global affairs.